My Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and like quickly drag just a little bit, just to do a quick roast video, because y'all already know anything politics always gets my blood pressure all the way up high at like 110%. Listen, I like the Democrats haven't learned anything, of course, but I'm personally sorry. I'm personally getting annoyed um with the upcoming elections that are coming up. I know that the midterms are coming up next year. Um, as far as like with Texas, um, apparently there has been some redistricting in Texas. They're trying to do some gerrymandering type shit. So I believe Jasmine Crockett is gonna lose her seat in the House. So now she has put her bid in to run for the Senate in Texas. Okay. Now, and then there's also this guy. His name is James Talarico. He's also running for the same seat in the Senate. Okay, and these are both establishment Democrats. Okay, I don't want anybody to be fooled. I don't want anybody to be bamboozled, led astray, run amok. Jasmine Crockett and James Talarico and Gavin Newsom. Okay, because I'm gonna talk about him towards the end of the video. But James Talarico and Jasmine Crockett are establishment candidates, okay? James Talarico has taken money from Marian Adelson, who's like the head Zionist of the conservative Republican Party. And honestly, it's really bipartisan because Hillary Clinton just spoke at her conference as well. And I didn't even do a video on that, but I don't know. I just, at this point with Hillary Clinton, it's to a point where it's like, she's irrelevant, but at the same time, it's like people are doing the dragging for me when it comes to her. So I just leave her right there. But James Talarico has taken money from the Adelson family. He does, he's taking money from AIPAC. He is kind of like shape shifting on his positions, but he still gives pro-Israel teas. Jasmine Crockett as well she's a liberal Zionist. We got to keep it a stack. We got to keep it a buck. You guys can go to her record. Jasmine Crockett is a liberal Zionist. Okay. And she's an establishment candidate. She's taking crypto money. Jasmine Crockett is corrupt. And the thing is, I've been noticing since Trump got elected that I would say mostly on Twitter. I don't know about the other social media platforms, but like on Twitter, they're making Jasmine Crockett like the star and like, oh my God, like she's just going head to head with the Republican Party and Trump, and she's such a fighter and blah, blah, blah. And I do not want you guys to be fooled. I do not want you guys to be fooled. I want y'all to know exactly who this woman is. And the reason why I'm going so hard right now, because I feel like right now, anytime when somebody attacks Jasmine Crockett, I would say when it comes to like Stephen A. Smith and his attacks on her are more, they're not based on like actual concerns with Jasmine Crockett. Those are more, stupid, ridiculous. And plus on top of that, Stephen A. Smith is honestly, he's giving conservative light. He's like extremely right-centered either way. So, that's Stephen A. So his attacks he's really attacking her from the right, whereas I'm personally attacking James Talarico, especially Jasmine Crockett, on the left, because she did this condescending interview. Here it is, and people are clocking her because she's trying to be funny. So let's listen to this real quick.
What do you have to say? People have said, I know you've seen it on social media, where people are saying that some of them aren't going to vote for you because of this pro-Israel stance. What do you have to say about that?
What I have to say is that people need to start to do their research and stop falling for the clickbait. Listen, if you've loved me before, then what has changed? You can always look at my voting record and know what it is that I have and haven't voted for. But it's quite intellectually lazy if you just sit there and let somebody else tell you something and you don't go and get the full picture. You can always look at my FEC filings and find whatever information it is that you seek. So what I will tell you is that I'm not going to be distracted, because at the end of the day, I can tell you that Texans are concerned about the fact that we lead in uninsured in this country. I can tell you that Texans are are concerned because right now jobs are few. I can tell you that Texans are concerned because they can't afford childcare. I can tell you that Texans are concerned because hospitals are about to close down. And if you have questions, then you should just go and look at my record. I have nothing to hide. I wouldn't be running for office if I had anything to hide. But what I'm not going to do is allow people to sit here and have me on the defensive about something that they don't even know what they're talking about, because it is very easy to look up who is endorsed by who and to figure that out. That is intellectually lazy for you not to just go and look who has been endorsed.
I know your people have said.
And it's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because you worried about Texans losing their health care and hospitals closing and all these different things, but yeah, you'll be out here voting for Israel for our taxpayer dollars to be sent over there to Israel so they can have universal health care, so they can have free college, so they can have all these free things. They're literally our welfare state. They are our welfare state, but yet you'll be out here tap dancing and cooning to get those, try to, walk on eggshells with the pro-Israel, the liberal Zionists and that sort of thing. You want to walk on eggshells with that and also try to have, the progressives and the left's support. And it's like, girl, no, we see through your bullshit. We see through your bullshit and this fucking grandstanding. And that's the thing too. I'm truly sick and tired of the grandstanding that these fucking establishment Democrats are doing, and this goes for Gavin Newsom as well, because it's like, y'all didn't have shit to say when Biden was in office. Y'all didn't have shit to say when shit was, and I've been talking about this for damn near 3 years on my channel, about how there was a whole, freaking baby food formula shortage under the Biden administration. Y'all didn't have shit to say about that. But when Joe Biden and the Biden and Harris administration were rolling out the fucking genocide, y'all was still standing 10 toes down with those fuckers. So I don't want to, and now all of a sudden, now the Trump administration rolls in, now y'all want to be out here fucking grandstanding, talking about now we got to care about insurance and all these different things, when y'all was still out here voting and sending weapons and sending our tax dollars to our welfare state in Israel. So please, so this person says here, Jasmine Crockett calls of her criticism of her pro-Israel stance intellectually lazy, even though she's intellectually lazy, and if she thinks that people are not going to actually pull up her record and do their research, she has another thing coming. And asks for people to look at her voting record. Well, she has voted to cut UNRWA and to arm Israel, which is our taxpayer dollars arming Israel, along with voting yes on the following pro-Israel HRs: HR 771, HR 340, HR 1449, HR 5917, HR 798. Okay, so what is she saying? What is she saying? And then this person says here, because we got her she told us to do our research, right? She told us to do our research, so we're doing our research. So this person says, so why is Crockett keep telling everyone to look at her record when her record keeps proving her critics correct? You're on record for defending Israeli war crimes. You're on record voting to cut off humanitarian aid to Gaza. Wow. You're on record saying it's more important to defend genocide and ethnic cleansing because of allyship. Wow, rather than voting against these crimes. So you know what, Jasmine? Jasmine Crockett is full of shit. And honestly, she would have been better off shutting the fuck up and just keep pretending that she's this like warrior progressive, I guess, is what they're trying to, what she's trying to kind of present herself as, even though I've been seeing through the bullshit with her. So she's trying to pretend that she's just worried. She's going to go against, the Republican Party and all these different things. And yet, you're more willing to send arms and cut aid you're sending arms to Israel and you're cutting aid to Gaza. But yeah, you talking about our health insurance in Texas. Bitch, you clearly don't give a fuck about the health insurance in Texas. And the same goes for James Tallarico. James Tallarico, you accepted money from the Adelson family. You over there, tap dancing for isn't real too. So it's just like, it seems like the priorities right now for these Senate candidates in Texas is for Israel. And let me tell you guys something. And I know this might be controversial. And I know there's gonna be some people that are gonna be mad about this, especially the blue MAGA folks. All right, the liberals, scratch a liberal, a fascist bleeds head ass stands that be standing, Jasmine Crockett that be standing, Kamala Harris that be standing. You know these identity politic. So have these like just because they're black they're gonna be for us. And the fact that y'all still haven't learned your lesson with the Obama administration and Obama as president with the whole let's just vote for him because he's black. The fact that y'all still haven't learned from that is insane to me, but whatever. I guess it's slower for some people than others. I rather, and this is going to be controversial, I'd rather have someone in office who tells me that they're my enemy. I want them to tell that to me to my face. I'm tired of these, and it hurts more. It hurts more when it's someone that looks like you, and they play with your emotions. You have trust in them because of everything that they're telling you, and then they get into office and they stab you in the back. Because that's what happened with Barack Obama. Oh my God, we were here for Barack Obama. We were just marching, happy, running. We thought that there was genuine change that was going to come out of that administration. And nothing happened. He was just another warmongering president who threw his community under the bus time and time again. So, I personally, rather have someone who tells me, listen, I just be honest. I am pro-Israel. I am for the Israeli lobby and sending money to Israel. I put the Israelis first. I put foreign policy and sending all of our money to Ukraine, sending all of our sending your taxpayer. I'd rather you tell me that to my face before you get into office and start putting in that policy, instead of you coming to me, campaigning, saying that, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you with your health insurance. I'm gonna help you with your, with social services, helping to fund our schools, helping with your student loans, helping. And then when you get into office and then all that is bullshit, you don't even help us with none of that. So I'd rather you tell me who you are before you get into office. And the thing is, Texans, y'all need to figure out, y'all need to see if y'all have an independent candidate. Y'all need to see if y'all have an independent candidate that y'all can get behind. Even if they don't, just get somebody else. Because clearly Jasmine Crockett and James Talarico are not it. And I noticed that James Talarico too, I did see that video where he's talking about, he's trying to position himself as he's using leftist progressive talking points. He's like, oh, they want us to be fighting as far as left and right, but this is really top versus bottom, and he's trying to do this class war thing. And it's okay, sir, if you were really talking about some classism issues that's going on in this country, you wouldn't be accepting money from Marian Adelson, and you wouldn't be supporting Isn't Real, sending all our taxpayer dollars to Isn't Real. So miss me with the bullshit. And now let's talk about Gavin Newsom, because let me say something. if the DNC has nothing else to offer, because Gavin Newsom, at this point, you know what? I'm glad that we're seeing this for what it is, because this man has showed time and time again. He's showing his ass. He said that he's not for taxing the rich. He said that recently. He's saying that, he doesn't accept AIPAC money, but yet he's accepting from these different, because it's not just AIPAC. Okay, it's not just AIPAC. There are other Israeli groups. I think there's something called J-Hope or something like that. There's other Israeli groups as well that he accepts donations, and as far as him being funded from those Israeli groups, and just in general, not just Israeli groups. I'm tired of this whole donor class thing. We need to, I swear to God, there needs to be reform in this system. I'm tired of corporations donating money to politicians. We need to get money out of politics. Period. Because it's getting to a point where these politicians are more beholden to their donors than they are to their own constituents and to the citizens of this country. So this man, Gavin Newsom, is a corporatist. He's establishment, and now he sees somewhat where the wind is blowing, especially after Zohar Mamdani's win in New York. And he's saying that now, oh, I want a big tent party, and I want to have the Joe Manchins and the Zohar Mamdanis. And it's like, this is why nothing will ever get fucking done, is that big tent party bullshit. Let me tell you something right now. When you look at Donald Trump, when you look at the Republican Party, it's something where it's like, either you're with me or against me, bitch. Are you with my agenda or not? We're not doing this big tent party bullshit. That's why Trump, booted out Marjorie Taylor Greene and is trying to boot out Thomas Massie. He's saying, like, either you're with me or against me. Okay? There's no multiple ideas in this bitch. So either the Democratic Party wants to become an oppositional party, or y'all just want to be out here tap dancing and acting ridiculous and stupid as if y'all don't know what y'all trying to do. Let me say I got something. Gavin Newsom is not for us either. And I know that might seem, for some of the people, that y'all trying to, sanitize his image, even though I don't know why, because California is a hot mess right now under Gavin Newsom's leadership, and has been for a while. So it's like, I honestly feel like the Democrats, they're so lost. Like, they're so lost. But like, it's one of those things where you just wish that you had multiple parties in this country. Like, you just wish you had multiple parties so that we had multiple options instead of just going back and forth, swinging back and forth, where the pendulum just swings from Republican to Democrat, Democrat to Republican. And it's just like, it gets to a point, like, it drives you crazy. Because my ideology does not align with a Gavin Newsom. My ideology does not align with a Jasmine Crockett. My ideology does not align with a James Talarico or Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or Barack Obama or George W. Bush. Like, we need multiple parties in this country, because there's so many other ideologies and beliefs. You have libertarianism, you have socialism, hell, you even have communism. Let's take it there. Let's take it there. Because some people would even say, like, Zoran's ideology and his beliefs and his policies is more like on some like moderate democratic socialism. Some people say that it doesn't take it left enough. So it's like there's so many other spectrums of ideologies. And it's like, when you see other countries with so many different parties, like, people have so many different options. And that's the thing. Like, I wish that was, like, I don't know, maybe we can pray for, maybe it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Like, and when I start having children, maybe it might happen in their lifetime. I don't know. But yeah, I would say this though: if y'all make Gavin Newsom the candidate for 2028, this country is screwed. I mean, this country's been screwed. We're already screwed. We're in the shits. But like, no, he's not it. He's not it. And people, the judge is not it either. So y'all need to hang that up too. He's another one. Do y'all research. Demand more from your politicians, y'all. Demand more from them. Stop settling with the bare minimum. Demand more. Say when you want more in a relationship, demand more from your politicians. Tell them to stop taking corporate money. Ugh, I'm so annoyed. Anyway, y'all. You guys so much think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.